I had that great intro. Maddie B, I appreciate it, man. I'll take it from the top again. What's going on, friends, family, loved ones? It's your boy SalG here with another edition of the Wraparound on It's a Rap Network. It's amateur hour here tonight. SalG doesn't know how to rock a microphone. Oh man, please make sure you give us a like, share, and subscribe. Tell your friends, your loved ones, your enemies, your boyfriends, your girlfriends, your exes, everyone, anyone. Let everyone know what's going on here on the Wraparound and It's a Rap Network. Make sure, click the like, share, subscribe, get all that hotness right to your feeds. Let all your friends know what's going on. You know, and I had a bunch of stuff that I just said, but I was on mute for 3 minutes. So, Maddie B, appreciate it, brother. Knucklehead here. Oh, well, guys. Try this again here. Phillies pitchers and catchers report in 10 days, guys. Who's excited? Huh? The most exciting thing going on in Philly right now. Pitchers and catchers, 9 days. February 12th. Get some nice sun. Be feeling good out there. Nice weather, barbecuing, day drinking, hanging with your friends, your family, the loved ones. That's what it's all about. Make sure I'm not muted again. I don't trust myself now. Oh, Lord. But yeah, man, pitchers and catchers, I'm excited. I'm hyped. It's time. Philly baseball coming around again. You know, what are the Phillies going to do? Are they going to be better than they were last year? I don't know. I got my doubts right now, guys. Until I see some stuff happening in spring training, I really have my doubts about this club. They just seem to be going on a downward trajectory the past 3 years. You know, World Series, then making the NLCS, and then getting bumped out of the divisional series. That's your last 3 years. So the way that this trend is going tells me that at the end of this season, 2025, Phillies won't even make the playoffs. And that would be a bummer for sure. But right now, I don't know how if they're going to be much better. They should be good. I think they'll still win the division, but it's tough. It's tough to contend with the evil empire that is the Dodgers. They're my most hated rival right now. Forget about the Braves. Forget about the Mets. It's the Dodgers and that endless supply of money. They just sign everybody down the line, pitchers, hitters, anybody you want, they got. International players, Roki Sasaki, $6 million. Come on over. Bargain price. Nobody can match it because it's easier for Sasaki to go to Japan. He's already got Otani, Yamamoto there, so he's already got some people he can relate with. And that's who we got to contend with, the Dodgers. The stinking Dodgers, guys. Anyway, Phillies pitchers and catchers coming right up. I'm hyped. Let's do this. All right. Next up, guys. Next up, the Sixers blow a 26-point lead against the Boston Celtics. The Boston Celtics, who, by the way, are up for sale. And apparently one Eagles owner, Jeffrey Lurie, is in the bidding to buy that team. Are we going to have a second Josh Harris here in Philadelphia? An owner in Philly that owns more than one sports team, sports franchise? I kind of don't want to see it because I really have disdain for Josh Harris right now, and I really like Jeffrey Lurie. But if Lurie buys the Boston Celtics, who are a big rival of the Sixers, I'm going to be upset. Really upset, guys. Sixers 2-2 over the past week. Crushing home losses to Denver and the game you're looking at right here. Blowing a 26-point lead against the Celtics, the defending champion Boston Celtics. The Sixers had a chance. They had a chance, guys. They were up. They were up big in the third quarter. By the third quarter, 26 points. Couldn't hold the lead. Celtics rally and beat them 118-110. As much as I want this team to blow up, there's at least one bright spot on this team. There's a couple, but the main guy is Tyrese Maxey. He finished with 34 points, his fifth straight 30-point game and 14th consecutive game of 28 or more. Tyrese Maxey, bona fide stud. But he can't do it alone, guys. He needs some help. So where the hell is the rest of this team? Joel Embiid has now missed 15 games, 15 straight. Can really use him back, guys. We can really use him back. So let's see who did not play. Paul George did not play. He still got the pinky. Tyrese Maxey led the team. Oh, no, he didn't lead in minutes, but led the team in points. Had 40 minutes, 3 rebounds, 6 assists, 9 from 21 from the field, 5 of 8 from three-point land, and 11 for 11 perfect on free throws. Yabusele, man, what a revelation this guy's been. I mean, if you can't re-sign this dude, you got to get as much as you can in a trade for him. The guy came over from France, playing his butt off, 21 points. He's got a little showman in him too. You know, he's doing pull-ups on the rim after a dunk, 6 rebounds, 8 for 13 on field goals, 2 for 14 for three-point land, perfect 3 for 3 free throws. He was 35 minutes. So Yabusele is doing a pretty good, you know, there's only one Joel Embiid, but he's doing a pretty good job of filling in for him. You got Kelly Oubre, 18 points, 13 rebounds. You know, that's a nice performance. He played well, double-double. Man, the rest of this team, like, I don't know what's going on with these guys. Are they contenders? Are they pretenders? 19 and 29. Right now, guys, Philadelphia is 20 and a half games behind first. 20 and a half games behind first, but they still they're in striking distance of the wild card. There's a chance. 5 games out of that last wild card berth, the 6th seed. It's pretty wild that they still have a chance. You know, are the Sixers going to blow it up, sell? You can't trade Joel Embiid this year. The way his contract's set up, you got to wait till next summer to move him. Paul George could be traded, but who's going to want him? You know, I would have loved to have either Luka Doncic here or Anthony Davis, but you know what? And you could say, why didn't the Sixers try? They might have tried, and they might have said, who are you going to give up? And they're like, Joel Embiid. And they're like, who else are you going to give up? They're like, Paul George? And they're like, no way, bro. I don't want those stiffs. Look, man, I'm an Embiid fan. I think the extension was a bad move. I think him continue to play out the rest of that contract here is a mistake. If you can move him, move him next year. Paul George, if you can move him now, move him. You know, you build your future with Jared McCain, Tyrese Maxey, and you bring some other guy in who's not 35 years old and let him be a starter, your third man. And you got a chance to contend next year. I don't think this year, you know what, they're probably not going to buy, they're probably not going to sell, they're probably just going to stay put because they're going to say, well, what can we do when all these guys are healthy? The problem is you never know if any of these guys are ever going to be healthy, playing together at the same time. Tyrese Maxey can't do it all. He just can't. The Sixers play. They got next. Sorry. They play Dallas. Dallas, who now has Anthony Edwards. We play them at home tomorrow. So we'll see how that goes. Could be a loss. You know what? I said the Sixers were going to lose to the Lakers, and they didn't. They beat the Lakers, surprisingly. They beat LeBron. LeBron came to town. They beat him. They beat Sacramento, but they had heartbreaking losses to Denver and at Boston. And watching that, if you guys watch that game, it was soul-crushing. Still have a chance for the playoff spot. Embiid with the knee. Good news about Embiid, he's been upgraded to questionable. Maybe game time. That's probably a game time decision right there for Tuesday's game against the Mavericks. 15 games he missed due to that left knee injury. You know, but if Embiid can't play, Yabusele holding down the fort. Still play. He can still play well. But man, I would love to see all these guys healthy with Jared McCain. Maybe you just got to wait till next year. But I could certainly move on from Paul George and Joel Embiid. That's certain. Here's some other big news here. Really, guys, the thing we got right now, the Sixers, major disappointment. The Flyers are rebuilding, and they might have hit rock bottom now, guys. The Flyers get shut out 3 games in a row. 3 games, guys. Franchise regular season record for the Flyers, a record you don't want to have. Getting shut out 3 times in a row. And how about this for a bonus? The Flyers just announced they're raising ticket prices. So a good time to announce ticket pricing when you have shutouts like this. You're getting shut out? Let's raise ticket prices. I know the Flyers haven't done it in 5 years when every other franchise here in the city has probably raised them year after year. So it's cool that the Flyers haven't been doing it when they've been stinking, but they're still not good. And it's hard to pay good money to go to a game where they don't score any goals at all. None. Major disappointment, guys. I mean, I can only imagine if they were at home, getting shut out 3 in a row. The Boo Birds raining down all the way from the nosebleeds, all the way from up high. We play the Utah Hockey Club tomorrow, 9 p.m. I'd like to say I guarantee they'll score a goal tomorrow, but I thought they were going to score a goal, at least one goal yesterday. I wanted them to score a goal. I didn't even care if they won. I said, just score a goal. Because right now, this stuff, trust me, it gets in your head. It gets in these players' head where now you're pressing, you're trying too hard. You're really thinking about scoring goals. When the game ended, Matvei Michkov just skated around the goal, and he smashed his stick on the ice. I mean, he's pissed, and he should be pissed. They're playing like shit right now. Straight doo-doo. 10-0 against the Flyers in 3 games. 10 goals, and the Flyers scored 0. That's that 3-game losing streak, 3-game shutout streak. Over the past week, they were 1-3. Some news, if you want to call it, it's good news or not, I don't know. But the Flyers made a deal. Flyers made a trade, guys. And the players that they traded for are stuck in Canada with visa issues. I'm not kidding. So hopefully they're able to play tomorrow, but I don't know. I don't know how soon these guys are coming here. For all who haven't heard, Joel Farabee and Morgan Frost were traded from the Flyers to the Calgary Flames for Andrei Kuzmenko and Jacob Pelletier. And Andrei Kuzmenko is a player from Russia. So maybe they brought him in. He has an expiring contract. So after this year, he's a free agent. So the Flyers are trying to move some money, get some money off the books. So you get Kuzmenko coming in town. Maybe he could be a buddy to Michkov. Maybe that'll help Michkov out. Maybe Kuzmenko can show him something. Maybe he can help him with his English. I saw a video about Kuzmenko. He was talking about being scared of ghosts. And he speaks pretty good English, for it not being his first language. And he seems like he has a personality. So that's kind of cool. And when the guy first came in the league just a few years ago, he scored 39 goals. He had 71 points in 82 games. That's pretty good. So we'll see if he can help. But he hasn't done much for Calgary this year. And you got Jacob Pelletier. He's like a quad A. He's still young, but AHL might be bouncing between NHL, AHL. So we'll see how he goes. But I'm curious about the Kuzmenko, if they brought him in here just for another buddy for Michkov. Get some more Russians in here, make him feel more at home, more comfortable. You do have Igor Zamula, who was currently on IR, so he's not playing, and I don't think he's well thought of by team ownership. And then you have Ivan Fedotov, who he's the backup goalie. He speaks Russian, but Kuzmenko will probably be the best to help him because they're both forwards. They both share a lot of the same ice time. So maybe we'll have something there. Maybe we'll see something between those guys. Who knows? Maybe the power play starts revving back up because it ain't doing anything now. And can they do any worse than 3 shutouts in a row? Yeah, four shutouts in a row. 4 shutouts in a row. It could get that bad. Last night's game for the Flyers, Mackenzie Blackwood, not even the starter. They traded for him. Colorado traded for Blackwood December 9th, and now he's had 2 straight shutouts. So Brian Boucher, beware. He's coming for you. Blackwood made 24 shots. Urson was in goal last night. He had a good game. He stopped 30 of 32 shots, and, he only let up 2 goals. 2 goals is not bad in today's NHL. It's not. But the Colorado Avalanche is a powerhouse. Nathan McKinnon, guy's got 80 points. I mean, it's sick. Tearing it up. He scored. They traded for Marty Necas, Drury. It's going to be tough. That was a tough game. I didn't expect them to win, but I didn't expect them to get shut out and look dead. The Flyers have now gone 180 minutes, 15 seconds without a goal. Last goal was an empty netter by Scott Lawton against Jersey last week. Jersey Devils. Pretty bad, guys. Horrible for Higgins? Hashtag horrible for Higgins? Or hashtag shitty for Scheffler? Let's go. Let's make it happen, guys. Let's make it happen, Captain. Hopefully I'm still not on mute. Oh, guys. Oh, I just lost my screen. All right. Well, now, I guess there's something else to talk about here. Got one more team here to talk about. The Philadelphia Eagles, guys. The Philadelphia Eagles are facing the Kansas City Chiefs in New Orleans this Sunday in the Super Bowl. And whoa, what's this news? Brandon Graham coming back? That's right. There is a chance that Brandon Graham is activated and plays in the Super Bowl. Just coming off a torn tricep injury, only been out for 2 months. Generally, players take a lot more time to come back from that type of injury. So it would be crazy if Brandon Graham could come back and give the Eagles something. But if he's just coming back as like a rah-rah guy, tough to activate him. It really is, because you need that roster spot. You need every spot you can get in that game against Kansas City. You need all your horses. It's going to be a dogfight, guys. It's going to be a tough matchup playing Patrick Mahomes. And it's scary because even if you have the lead, no lead is safe with Mahomes and the Chiefs. It's just the way it is. It's pretty much whoever's going to be the last team with the ball is going to win the game. That's it. Last team with the ball. If it's within a touchdown, if Mahomes has it, probably going to end up winning the game. If the Eagles and Jalen Hurts have that football and they're up 7, yeah, the Eagles win. But man, a couple questions to ask though. Can the Chiefs stop Saquon Barkley? No, they can't stop him. They can only hope to contain Saquon. Barkley's only averaging 147.3 rushing yards in the playoffs, guys. So they're not going to stop him. They're not. James Cook for the Buffalo Bills had himself a great game, and he's not the running back Saquon is. Barkley rushed for 5 touchdowns in these 3 postseason games. Crossed 100 yards rushing in 14 and 19 games this year, including 5 straight. But the Chiefs have gone 18 games without allowing a 100-yard rusher. So what do we got? Movable force meets a movable object. The irresistible force meets the immovable object. I got it. Can the Eagles defense handle the Chiefs? And in particular, can they handle Patrick Mahomes when he runs with the football? He runs more with the football in the playoffs than he does in the regular season. His yardage is almost doubled rushing. So that's another weapon that the Eagles have to contend with. It's Mahomes' legs. He's not known as a running quarterback, but he could definitely scramble. He can move. He can make things happen. He's a magician. And you got to watch out for that. Which kicker? If it comes down to the kickers, do you trust Jake Elliott? Do you trust Jake Elliott and him missing extra points here and there? You can't miss any points against this team. You give up points, you leave points on the board, Kansas City is going to tear you up. They will eat you up if you give them points. Good news is Harrison Butker is 0-3 on his last 3 attempts from at least 50 yards out. 2 of 5 on the season. And Elliott is just 1 of 8 from 50 yards this year. So we know Elliott's troubles with long range and extra points. He can't hit them. Are A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith, are they good enough to beat the Chiefs secondary? I think so. I think they can, especially when you have Saquon Barkley running up the middle. That should open up lanes. That should open up passing lanes. It should. The Chiefs stack the box. What do you run the risk of? You stack the box and there's a hole for Barkley to squeak through anyway. He's gone. Home run. You stack the box. Jalen Hurts has Devontae Smith on one side, A.J. Brown on the other, Dallas Goedert in the middle or wherever, because we know Hurts doesn't throw in the middle that often, but he's got weapons. We have enough. On paper, we have enough to beat this team. Now, the game isn't played on paper. I understand that. But we have enough. We have enough weapons to win. The toughest part is just being down or being up, and you have Mahomes. Mahomes is Brady-like in that he can come back. He has fourth quarter comebacks. Mahomes, he already has the second most game-winning drives in playoff history with 7, and is a perfect 7 for 7 when it comes to game-tying or go-ahead drive chances in the final minute of the fourth quarter overtime in the playoffs. So he is money. You're betting, you're putting money down on the game in the last minute with Mahomes. I should cash more times than not. So early leads not safe. Any lead's not safe. We got to be up 2 touchdowns for me to feel comfortable in beating the Chiefs. That I won't be nervous. At least that. They also have other things to worry about with the Eagles. I got this from John Breach of CBS Sports. The curse of Kirk Cousins. So there's a curse of Kirk Cousins. So since Kirk Cousins has entered the league in 2012, no team has ever won the Super Bowl in the same season where they lost to Cousins. If Cousins was the starter for a game and he beat you, the curse then kept you from winning the Super Bowl that year. And what did Kirk Cousins do to the Philadelphia Eagles this year? He beat them in week 2. So there's that. For all your superstitious fans out there, we got that to worry about. But look, we have our own wild card. Our stud, Saquon Barkley. This is who you're going to ride into the ground. This is who you're going to ride to a championship. Barkley needs 30 yards, rushing yards against the Chiefs to hold the single season record for most rushing yards in a season, playoffs included. That'll be Terrell Davis. Entering Super Bowl 59 with 2,447 through 19 games, including postseason. 29 yards behind Terrell Davis, as I mentioned, back in 1998 when Terrell Davis was the MVP for the Denver Broncos. Or was that Elway's? 97, 98. They went back to back. The Broncos did. 97, 98. Barkley and Terrell Davis are the only players in NFL history to have 400-plus rushing yards and 5-plus rushing touchdowns in a single postseason. Barkley is also 138 yards away from passing our old friend Darren Sproles for most all-purpose yards in a single season, including the playoffs. And look, we could say what you want about Jalen Hurts. Turnovers this postseason, 0. 0 interceptions, 0 fumbles lost. Third and fourth down passing, 12 of 17, which is good for over 70% completion percentage, 163 yards, 1 touchdown, no interceptions, 9.6 yards per attempt, quarterback rating 120.5. I think a perfect quarterback rating is 128 or 129 point something. It's a weird number, but it's something like that. Second half passing, 21 of 28. Good for almost 81%. Completion percentage, 259 yards, touchdown, no picks, 10 yards per attempt, 121 point rating. It's pretty good. Pretty good, guys. And Jalen Hurts seems to be fully recovered from that knee. You know, even if he's 90%, still better than Tanner McKee, still better than a small hands Kenny Pickett. He gives us our best chance to win. He's been money, man. He's been money. All he's got to do is play the same game. Keep that ball safe. Use Saquon Barkley. Well, I don't care. 40 touches. I don't care. Make Barkley carry it 50 times. Don't care. Barkley don't fumble. Hurts makes high completion throws. Don't do anything stupid. And we can win this game. Definitely. What you guys all thinking about that? They can do it. It won't be easy. I'm not going to say it's a wrap, pun intended, and the Eagles are just going to smash the Chiefs. It's going to be a good game, competitive game. But I think the Eagles at more position battles have the edge over the Chiefs. Now, the Chiefs are going for that three-peat. Okay? Last time a team did that, I don't know, was it the Cowboys back in the 70s? It was a while ago, a long time ago. But it happened one other time. So they're chasing history right now. And we have a chance to stop them. I think we got a good chance. But it won't be easy, that's for sure. All right, guys. Well, coming up on the wraparound, we got Clear the Ice. There's a lineup for Clear the Ice. Yeah, I was yesterday against the Avalanche. Hopefully, Matty B sees some goals scored and doesn't get shut out for a fourth time. He's going tomorrow. I'm up Thursday, Washington Capitals, and our good friend Mike Lauro returns to It's a Wrap Network, and he's on the clock for Saturday, guys. So Saturday for Mike Lauro. And we're going to have ourselves a Eagles flyby post-game show right after the Super Bowl. We're also going to have a pregame show, guys. That's going to be on 10 a.m. on Sunday, 10 a.m. Eastern. So make sure you check that out. We'll be advertising that. We'll make sure we're going to have a full lineup of guests on there. I'm pretty sure. We'll be talking about the Eagles, talking about our worries, our fears, our doubts, you know, the positives, the negatives. Try and be positive. You know, we're Negadelphians here, but try and keep it positive around here. Got a nightly show coming up. Matty B, Sunday through Thursday, the final word. Make sure you check that out. Coming on in less than 30 minutes. Matty B will be talking Eagles. You know that. He'll be talking about his love for Howie Roseman, for sure. And don't forget about the Wraparound show with your boy SalG every Monday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, right here on It's a Wrap Network. Check that out. Birds Blast with Kyle Quinn every week. Maddie B hosts that show. Talks all types of birds with our boy Kyle. And the wait is over, guys. It's February. Mike Lauro back in the house. Follow Mike at Mike Lauro Sports. He'll be talking a bunch of sports with us. Flyers, Phillies, Eagles, whatever. Mike's on it. You know that. All right, guys. Well, ain't much going on here because it's a slow week with no Eagles, man. There's not much to talk about. We just went through all this Eagles stuff. Talking about Super Bowl coming up on Sunday. You know, I'm hyped. That's all we got to look forward to, guys. If the Eagles don't do it, then we're going to have to suffer through the Sixers. We're going to have to suffer through the Flyers. And we're just going to be itching to get that baseball season rolling at the end of March, beginning of April. So, guys, with that, I appreciate y'all watching. Give us a like, share, and subscribe. Do your boy a favor. Help us out. Help It's a Wrap out. Click that notification button if you watch YouTube so you get notified of all the latest hotness that comes through your feeds from It's a Wrap. And with that, wish you all a good night. Take care, everyone. Peace.